Good day everyone, welcome to today's video. Today it's a funny moments that I had while spading the Oswind. Um, I was on I think it was a Mosdoc, and I encountered a player who didn't understand the concept of waiting. Now, I hate players who don't wait for capture points because, well, you're not helping your team, are you? You're just benefiting yourself. It's a selfish and dickhead move, and well, I thought I'd teach this guy a little lesson in my Oswind. Managed to catch up to him, get into the capture point in time. But enemy artillery got called on our capture point. So I teach him a little lesson. Now, to go briefly over the Oswind, because obviously it is now spaded, just to point out. Review will come tomorrow, obviously. To go briefly over the Oswind, sadly this thing got a nerf when the penetration mechanics were changed. With its gun going from 65mm of penetration to just 46. And that severely limits the Oswind's anti-tank ability. Because back in the day, you could basically murder anything you wanted in Nails Wind. Except for a KV, because KVs. But you could kill T-34s reliably, you could kill Shermans reliably, except for Jumbos. And this thing was a lot of fun before it got nerfed, sadly. Now, most people are probably thinking, why do I have default rounds set? Well, I actually find them to be the best and more useful belt. Because it's a good mix between fragmentation and Singular Tracer, which is a heck of a lot of damage to planes, and also armor piercing high explosive, which you can use against planes as well. Won't do as much damage, but it will still keep the vehicle alive, so to speak. And then obviously an FIT will come half a second or less than half a second later and smack the plane anyway. Also, there's another reason why I don't fire the upgraded rounds is because I'm a cheapskate. It costs 20 lions per clip of ammunition, and I tend to go through a lot of ammunition in the Oswind because obviously I use it as more of a distraction, more of like a, oh, there's a spag here, go away, sod off you stupid plane. And firing these Spurger 18s, well, there's no point because the default carries 4 of them if you include the 8-round clip, and also 4 APHE, which has a decent explosive charge for its size actually. But since the nerf, this APHE is not as useful. You can only reliably kill Shermans now, which is a shame. But the upgraded HE round, well, I'm going to call them HE because it's easier. FIT rounds has 108 grams. These are very useful. I did start firing these towards the end, but I'm mostly still stuck with default, and I recommend you guys do the same. But anyway, less about that, and well, let's teach this guy a lesson, shall we? Match ends horribly. Not going to show you the end of the match because there's no point. We lose, I die, nothing special. But this is all about showing that people who rush caps in light vehicles should be punished. And well, I teach this guy a pretty good lesson. And if I remember rightly, it's this guy right here, Feral DE. If I remember right, I think it's him, but we'll have a look once the replay starts. So obviously, I'm in the Oswind. I think I was about 3/4 spaded. So I've got all the engine mods done, and yes, it is Feral D. I've got all the engine mods, and this thing shifts pretty well, because obviously it's on a Panzer IV chassis. I believe it's on the Panzer IV-J chassis, or the H, they're both the same. But this is a nice SPAA. However, as I'm going to mention in my review, I still think you should stick with the Oswind. Getting hosed by machine gun fire here from a Churchill and a Panzer IV-G, no idea why. I basically just said in my head to the Churchill to piss off. I am not chat banned, surprisingly, because I've insulted a lot of teams these last few days, but there you can see Feral D. And you can see I'm turning my gun because I know exactly what he's going to do, and he just drives straight in. So I thought I'll hose him a bit with a 37. Obviously it doesn't kill him because friendly fire is off. And he stupidly decides to get into a wrestling match with an Oswind. But there's enemy artillery, pal. I am more than happy to teach you a lesson. Obviously, I'm armoured. I've got an armoured turret. He does not. So I keep pushing him, I keep pushing him. And there we go. Wild Honey is T-3457. Thank you, buddy, because you just teach that knobhead a lesson. And someone puts in chat, karma! Perfectly timed, buddy. He put, report you asshole Russian kids. Not Russian, pal, because if I was, I wouldn't have any brain cells. Wait on the cap then next time, dickhead, and I won't do that. He comes back in the MC202 EC, does nothing for the team. I'll still show that bit, but after that there's really no point. Because this battle is just a complete loss. He's now reporting me for, I don't know what actually, because I think you can report for technically shoving into enemy fire. But I don't think guys should really do anything about that. So, I don't care. I mean, you're a knob. You rushed the cap when there was at least 5 or 6 enemy or friendly tanks approaching the cap circle, and you just rushed in with your freaking Braider. But I taught you a lesson. Now you won't do it, will you? Because next time, I will fucking drop party on you. I start driving towards the road map. And the reason why I turned my gun to face him here is because I thought he was going to try and team kill me. Obviously, I'm watching him closely. And well, he isn't going to do much. There's Wild Honey in his P47. Can I just say, mate, if you watch this video, you are a legend for doing... Well, you're a legend for calling in the arty drop and letting me shove that bell end out. But he is now going to go and attack... Well, Feral is going to attack him. I start firing at the P47, obviously. I take a hit here, not certain from what. I think it was either the Comet or the M4A1. And Feraldi, I believe, got shot down by the P47. Yes, he did. He got shot down by the P47. But sadly, Wild Honey in his P47 crashes. And I'm going to leave it at that because there really isn't much interesting or exciting that happens in the battle, other than my team gets crushed for the next 7 minutes. So, Wild Honey, mate, thank you. Don't care if you're not spading. That was awesome how you dropped artillery on our point, and I used your artillery to help you and also help myself get over that twat. And for LD, level 47, he is actually spading his shit, so I've got to give him credit for that. But you're a knob. You don't rush the caps, pal. And well, I taught you a sufficient lesson. So for D, I don't know, I think that's how you say his name. Don't rush the caps, pal, because there might be someone who might have a short temper like me when it comes to things like this, and they might shove you into enemy fire. Well, artillery fire. Hope you enjoyed today's video on teaching some arsehole a lesson, and I will catch you all on the next one.